What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode or another, whatever you want to call it, of a street called worship. Of course, this is your host, Les. My daughter, Nick, should be in here a few, but she may not make it on tonight because she's celebrating my son in law's birthday. So I know they're going out tonight. I can't reveal where she's taking them because I may give that away. But welcome again to another great show. We have some great guests on tonight. Got a lot of things going on in the Windy City. Um, we have Shonda English on tonight. She's a gospel artist, longtime gospel artist. We're going to get into um, the gospel industry and what it's really like behind the scenes and in front of the scenes, and what does it take to be a gospel artist, even on today in our digital age. Um, we've got events coming up with Prophetess Tanya Wormley this weekend on Friday at Glory International Harvest Church. And I'm about to have her on in a few minutes talking about the event, prayer and worship um, that's going to happen this this weekend. So again, welcome to a street called worship. I'm glad you can make it. Let's bring in. Wow, we got the whole group. How y'all doing? So let me see. We got everybody here. Um, Prophetess Tanya is in the middle. So tell us about this event that's coming up on Friday. It's going to be power packed. I can't wait to check it out.
Yes, we will be having an encounter, a prayer encounter, prophetic encounter on this Friday, October 21st at 7 p.m. here at Glory International. It's going to be a time where we want to see a mighty move of God take place just in God's people. If you serve, if you're looking to be refreshed, restored, renewed, please come out. We welcome you to come on in and join in worship with us. We have some awesome minstrels as well. Minister Leslie has some awesome prophetic songs as well that will be coming as well, and awesome ministers of movement and intercessions and prophets coming into place. So you are welcome to join us. Amen.
Amen. We're definitely going to be there. Of course, I'm going to be there because I'm going to be playing and singing. Let me tell you about this ministry. This ministry is awesome. It is off the chain. Prophetic dance, prophetic worship. Everything is done under the unction of the Holy Spirit. You will be blessed if you come out this weekend, Friday. Let me put the flyer up. Outpouring Prayer Encounter, Friday, October 21st at 7 p.m. at Glory International Harvest Church. That's 28 East 4th Avenue in Joliet, better known as J-Town. And want you guys to come out, tell somebody about it. We want to see you in the place so that the Lord can bless you as we go forth in His name. I want to thank you, ladies, for calling on. I know that you're rehearsing on tonight, getting ready for this weekend, and it's going to be glorious and it's going to be blessed. That's my church, y'all. So thanks for coming on. I appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all soon. And my daughter is on. Hey, beautiful. How you
Hey,
doing?
hey, how you doing, Dad? How you doing,
I'm,
Phoebe?
I'm good. I'm good.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Coming to you live from downtown Chicago.
Oh, you downtown.
Downtown
You
Chicago.
downtown. Check
Yes, we
you
are
out.
at
Where,
Lucky
where you
Strike
at?
downtown. You know, my husband loves bowling. It's his 30th birthday. I surprised him with his surprise concert yesterday, but I still had another surprise because he's been crying about bowling for 3 months. But I'm like, it's a 30th birthday, so we got to be a little bougie. So we came downtown to a nice upscale bougie bowling alley with lounge chairs, and it just looks like a 5 star. restaurant meshed with a bowling alley. It's beautiful.
Uh,
Beautiful.
y'all in the South Loop or the North Loop? Y'all in,
North.
so y'all crossed the
In a
bridge.
shower. Facebook, say
How
hi
y'all
to
doing?
Paul.
What's up, son? How you doing, man?
How you doing, Pops?
Good. Happy birthday, man.
Thank you, thank you.
I'm so comfortable with my son-in-law. I used to call him bro. He's like, man, don't be calling me bro. Man, God bless you, man. Happy birthday, man.
Thank you,
Happy
thank you.
birthday.
Yes.
Um,
While I'm on here, I just wanted to make the announcement. Since it's finally October
yeah,
29th,
and I got the video.
huh?
Let me pull up your commercial real quick.
Independent Artist Showcase.
It's called Technology. Check this out.
Circle Urban Ministries and the K. Ryan Center for the Arts presents the Bridge 22 Chicago Independent Artist Showcase and induction of Grammy Award-winning Darius Brooks into the first class of the Creative Arts Hall of Fame, Saturday, October 29th from 6 to 8 p.m. 5628 West Washington Boulevard in Chicago. Special performance featuring the Tommy's Reunion Choir. Also performing Chicago's up-and-coming artists, Jasmine Marthel, Terrell Rayshon, Shaniqua Hoskins, and Dominique Bourget. Hosted by Sonia Blakey of Inspiration 1390. Get your tickets now at eventbrite.com. That's October 29th. The Bridge 22 Chicago Independent Artist Showcase and induction of gospel singer Darius Brooks in the Creative Arts Hall of Fame. From 6 to 8 p.m., proceeds will benefit children in the Austin community. We'll see you there.
Nice.
Circle Urban Ministries and the
Nice
K. Ryan
commercial.
Center for the Arts
Nice
presents
commercial.
the Bridge 22 Chicago
Wants to keep
Independent
going.
Artist Showcase and induction of Grammy Award-winning
So-
Darius Brooks.
You're going to be a part of that coming up in 2 weeks. No, next week. Next weekend, which is on the 29th. I will be there supporting my daughter, Dominique and Jasmine. I know all three. You mute yourself? Hold on, daughter. I think you muted yourself on accident. I can't hear thee.
Yeah. Mom,
Yeah, you did.
yeah, pressing buttons.
Yeah.
Ladies, it would be myself, Dominique Bourget, Jasmine Marthel, and Terrell. It's gonna go down. I'm excited. We
Nice.
also be there sharing the stage with the Tommies and inducting Darius Brooks into the Hall of Fame. So get to share the stage with a Grammy Award-winning artist. So
Awesome. Awesome.
it'll be great.
You know, I didn't know Dominique was a soloist. I know she did backgrounds for her recent group that she was in. I didn't know she was, I know she could sing.
Sis been having a desire to do her own projects for a minute, so I'm proud of her for finally stepping out.
That's
She has a
awesome.
very unique style, very kind of Christian meets pop culture. Like she got a whole vibe. I love my sister. I'm proud of her. I'm excited about what God's gonna do that night for and through all of us. It's exciting. We starting dress rehearsals and everything, and it's time. It's time.
Okay.
Yes,
Awesome.
yes.
So definitely get your tickets. We'll be running that commercial on the page. Tickets run
Put the
between
Eventbrite link on the page so that you can get your tickets.
For sure. Before you get out of here, I want to introduce you to somebody. Same industry that we're all in, and she's actually a gospel artist. Has been in it for a while. I'm going to introduce to everybody. Some may know, some may not know her, but Miss Shonda English from down yonder, down south. She's a Southern girl.
Come on. Nice to
Listen,
meet
how
you,
you
woman
doing?
of God. Uh-oh.
You
I
muted.
live in the South, but I'm not from the South.
She's from Boston. She's
Clarify.
from Boston.
I'm not a
Yeah.
Southern.
And
Yes, thank you.
she has some Chicago roots too. I was telling her about your event, and she knows some of the people that are running the event. Darius,
Awesome.
which usually runs with Tyrone Block.
Yeah,
Now, Tyrone's not going to be a part of this, but they're
Right.
usually working together. But she has some gospel roots right in Chicago too.
Come
So
on.
she knows some people.
Yeah. I'll be in Chicago December 10th for Dexter Walker's live recording. I
Magic.
only go to Chicago for like the phenomenal
Come on. Okay.
recording.
Because Dexter Walker is
So yeah, Dexter and of course the Tommies. I
that.
love all of them, and I've got Lemmy Battles is on my album. Richard Gibbs is playing organ on about two or three cuts. So yeah, I'm showing Chicago love. I
Right.
love
Come
Chicago.
on.
It's my favorite city.
Yes. Yes. That's awesome. That's awesome.
All right, baby girl, I'll let you go. I know you're
You
trying to
know,
entertain.
you singing on the show tonight?
No, I'm not singing tonight.
Okay.
I don't have my partner with me, so I'm not singing tonight.
All right. Well, to our guests, thanks for coming on. I'm going to catch the replay. I'm going to go be with my husband on his
Okay,
30th birthday.
happy
Love you,
birthday.
girl.
Enjoy.
You all have a blessed night.
All
God
right, love
bless.
you. All right. All right. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, doing good. I'm glad I finally got you on the show. You're so busy. You was always on the go.
Yeah, you just called me because I'm going back out tomorrow, but I'm here tonight.
Awesome. I'm glad I caught you. So tell me,
Yeah.
you got a new CD going out. Let me see if I can pull up some of your music here because
Okay.
people need to know who you are and probably already know who you are.
I don't know. Some may.
Can you hear that?
I'm just
Now,
passing
what song is
That
this?
Wild Traveling Through. That's
down
me.
here ain't long
Lemmy Battles is on this cut.
while I'm
And that's Richard Gibson. Richard Gibbs, I'm sorry, on the organ.
Okay, Lemmy Battles is legendary.
Yes, she is.
I got a chance to meet her last year in September when I was doing a photo shoot for your gospel event. What's the name of that again?
Rhythm of Gospel Awards.
Gospel Awards, and it was power packed. I got a chance to meet legendary Dorothy Norwood.
Yes,
Uh,
my aunt got.
yeah, I was straight freaking out because we was eating lunch with her. I was like, oh, I'm eating lunch with a legend. Oh my God. The Michael Jordan of gospel. And,
I was with her last Tuesday. She was like, she called me. She always waits until the last minute. And she's like, what you doing Tuesday? It was like maybe Sunday. I'm like, Tuesday? I'm not sure what's going on. She's like, meet me in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm like, where we going? She's like, girl, we going to Shirley's church and help her celebrate her birthday. So I was with Dorothy Norwood and Shirley Caesar Tuesday of last week celebrating. Well, it was Shirley's conference. They just combined her annual conference, Wilt
okay,
Thou Be Made Whole, with her birthday. So it was beautiful. Yeah.
awesome. So tell us, how long have you been in the industry?
Oh, why you got me telling my age though? That ain't cool.
No, I know women don't tell their age. So,
Definitely. My first time going into the studio, I think I was in the 8th grade. I wrote a song for my father. My father was recording before I was even born. So I was surrounded by gospel music and different artists and the different styles of gospel. So 8th grade, I wrote a song for his choir, and that was my first time going into the studio. I was in 8th grade and I played the piano, I led the song. And so yeah, that summer going into 9th grade, entering high school, I was already a recording artist, you could sort of say.
okay,
And then I started my choir. I think I was in 10th grade. And when I graduated high school, I took my choir into the studio, and that was my first project.
okay.
Um, and I've just been in and out of the studio ever since. I've never stopped. I just recently received my papers, so I am now a record label exec Gospel Diva Records.
Yes, yes.
So I'm able to help other people. That's my desire, to help
That's,
other artists that want to, put something out there, but they just don't have the means to do it. And God
right.
has blessed me with the means to do it. So yeah, that's my desire.
Wow. That is awesome. That is really awesome. So, you got some other things going on right now. Understanding that you're acting, God is just opening up the door for you just in every area. This woman of God plays organ, keyboard, and she's an excellent singer. The girl can blow. But
Thank
now
you.
she's acting. What
Yeah,
what the what?
I was like, I don't know. Someone saw me singing, and it wasn't necessarily gospel. It was spiritual music and Negro spirituals, and
Mhm.
so they saw me in a different setting than what most people know me for. And I got a phone call maybe a month later from that person's friend who is a playwright. And she said, this person told me that, I got the right person for this part you're looking for. I was like, really? And so she talked to me about the play, the
Okay.
whole concept, the role. And it just so happened because, I haven't done that since maybe college.
Okay.
And just as she was talking to me, it's as if she wrote that part for me. It was just so many things that were paralleled. Um, and as artists and ministers of music, praise and worship leaders, we are always pouring out, even when we're going through stuff ourselves. We're
Yeah.
always pouring out. And even when I'm on the organ and I'm getting fed through the word of God, even as I'm getting fed, I know right after the word, I got to pour right back out, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, dealing with a lot of stuff that's been going on the last few years, I found myself weak and kind of tired, just to be honest, just tired of a lot of stuff. But
Mm.
when I read the role and saw the things that were going on with that character, it it was like it was me. I was looking at myself. I was looking at my life. So I told her, I said, you know what? I got it. I mean, this is God's way of helping me heal from a lot of things that have been going on. And the name of the play is Daughter of the King, the musical. And my role was Ophelia. And
Okay.
yeah, doing that play, even the rehearsals, because I had to drive. I was the only one in South Carolina. Everybody else was like 2 hours or more away. So the
Wow.
rehearsals were never near me. I always had to drive. But it was okay, because as I was doing that and just getting to know the other actors, God really, he dealt with me. And
Okay.
it was a blessing. It was a blessing. I mean, I've healed a lot from it. And so
Okay.
since then, I thought, okay, well, that's that. We did it. We went to Atlanta, did the Atlanta Black Theater Festival, and I figured, okay, good. I got some more free weekends, but that didn't last long because now I got two. I'm like, what? God, what are you doing? And why wait so late to pull me into this part? But
Wow.
yeah, so it's the music, and then I've got the play, the theater that's going on, and I don't know when I'm going to be able to start putting people together for the label, but it'll
Okay.
in God's time it'll work out. I just don't have a lot of free time right now, but
Right.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
Wow. So you started the label finally came through. You're
Yeah,
doing plays.
yeah.
Um, you're a minister of music,
At two churches.
two churches, and you're traveling all over the place. Wow. Let's talk about balance. For
Woo.
those that think they want to get into the industry, see, we pray for stuff and be like, I want to be like that, but you don't know what you're getting into.
No, you don't.
You got to the cost. Since you've been in it for such a long time, you know the cost. But tell us how to balance your life between ministry in your real life. And you already talked about being tired, and people don't realize that we are ministers. We love doing what we're doing, but we have moments also. So
Yes.
tell me about just balance and what it is to be in the gospel industry.
Yeah, and it's funny you said that because I was just speaking to another musician about that today. He was like, Shonda, it's okay to say no, because sometimes you have to decline some things. You can't do everything all the time.
Yep.
Uh, so you prioritize. First thing though, you really gotta. If you don't have a strong prayer life, you need to increase that
Okay.
because you know and I'm not just saying prayer to ask for things, you
Right.
know, and not even prayer to just say thank you, but just developing a stronger prayer life. It connects you, it draws you closer
Right.
to God. And that way you can hear him, you're
Yeah.
used to hearing, when he's speaking, and then you'll know, okay, God, is this for me? Is this something you want me to do? No, I mean, because you need that guidance.
Right.
You know, if I said yes to everything, I would be saying yes to some things that aren't really that good, that great, you know. So you really
Yeah.
have to have that and have the spirit of discernment to know what's for you, what God really wants you to do. Because the enemy will put those things in your path, those nice little blinging, beautiful, desirable things that you might want, but it
Okay.
ain't for you. It's just, I mean, that's what he does. I mean, he did the same thing with Adam and Eve. He made that fruit look so desirable,
You're
but
right.
that was the beginning of their end. And
You're
so
right.
he does the same thing now. He
Yeah.
puts things, in my path, and oh, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? I'm sorry, I'm going into this, but because I know you asked me about balance, but I
No.
have this issue with a lot of these young musicians now.
Okay.
I say that to say this: don't follow every dollar. It's
Come
like, where is the commitment? Where is the love of
on. Yeah.
using the gift God gave you for a ministry? Like, but it's not like that now. It used to be, okay, I'm committed. I'm going to help develop this, I'm going to use my gift to develop this ministry, and we're just going to have a good time. We're going to grow closer to God. But now it's not like that. This church is gonna pay me $200. Okay, I'm there. Next week, oh no, they offering me 225 over here. I'm going over here. The next week, oh, come over here, come over here, come here. It's 235, and so it's like bit like a little dog, like a puppy. Come here, I got 250 for you. Smokey, I got 250 for you. And next thing you know, you where you're unstable and you're being bought.
Sure.
The gift of God ain't for sale.
Come on.
So I mean, yeah. So I know that's not where we were supposed to go, but that's where it took me. But balance, back to balance. It's okay to say no, and you
Okay.
got to rest. Even God rested, so you got to get your rest. And I tell everybody, Monday don't bother me, but you special last, so I came on here for you. But Monday, Mondays, I'm usually like, yeah, But you got to rest. You got to take some time for yourself. My father worked a lot. He really did not take vacations or whatever, and it just wore on him physically. And I'm not going to let that happen to me. I'm going to enjoy life. I'm going to do what God, has for me to do. But
Yeah.
like I said, even God rested. So you got to rest, and it's okay to say no and develop that prayer life so you'll know if this is meant for you, if God designed this for you, or if that's a plot, if that's a ploy of the enemy. You got to be able to know the difference. You got to have discernment.
That's really, really, really good balance. And also what you said about the musicians, because that is like what everybody does. Well, I won't say everybody, but everybody runs to the money. And
Yeah,
is your heart in it, or is your money into it?
right,
And a
right,
lot just play. The gift is without repentance, so you're gonna be able to play circles around anybody if you have the
right,
gift. But where's your heart condition? And unfortunately, a lot of pastors have to go with those people because you can't find the musicians that you need nowadays.
Yep.
It's kind of sad, but I do
It
understand. We just had an interview with a drummer that wanted to come play for our church. Young man. He's, I think he's just turning 18. And I thought this young man was in his 20s. He was so mature. He's had so much passion.
Wow.
He wanted to play. He reminded me of me when I was that age because that's all I wanted to do was just didn't care about getting paid. I didn't care. I just wanted to play. And to see somebody that young to have that kind of fire that he
Yeah.
just wants to play and use his gift for God, it really amazed me. And of course, we let him play.
Yeah,
So I do understand that aspect. So you got a new CD coming out.
I do.
So
Traveling.
traveling. What's the I think you sent me that song, didn't you?
You just played it.
You
You
did.
just played the title track while traveling through, but the title of the entire project is Traveling. It's gonna be a 2 CD set
Okay.
because I've been working on this album forever, so I got a lot of music, and it's amazing. Two of the songs that are on there, basically, it sounds weird, but my father gave them to me. My
Okay.
father's been deceased since 2013,
Okay.
and I got this music after he had already passed on. So
Wow.
it was, yeah, it was in my sleep, in a dream, and two of them. And so I was like, man, what in the world? And when I sung them for my church, they were like, you sure your dad didn't give you that before? I was like, no, I'm for real. I'm telling y'all, I just got it. And everyone, you
Wow.
know, you've been under a pastor that sings and writes for so many years, you know
Right.
his style.
Right.
And it was totally him, totally not me. It's very, very traditional, very thought provoking, meditating,
Wow.
type thing. And yeah, and so the last song on the project is entitled Journey Together. And that's the last song that he gave me when I
Okay.
was in my dreams. He just visited me in my dreams and gave me those two songs. But the last song on the project is going to be the last one he gave me. Journey
Awesome.
Together. Yeah.
Awesome. That's good. That Bishop English DNA is running through you for real, for real. But that's what
Yeah.
happens when you PK kid. That's what happens. That's
Hmm.
that's exactly what happens. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So that's great. I'm supposed to be working on a video for you, but
Yeah, I was about to bring that up, but trying to behave for your people. I've been
uh,
asking you about this video, I don't know how many months now.
since
You
we're on
know,
this topic, people that are listening and looking on, we looking for some skaters and some steppers to go with the song we just played, "Traveling." Um,
no,
it's not that one. See, I'm messing up tonight. You gonna get me. You go straight get me.
that is not the song.
Oh man,
The
what's the
name of the song is Step Right In. That's the name of the song, Step Right In. And
okay?
it has a groove to it. It's kind of upbeat. But yeah, I do want that. I want it to be like a montage of different things going on. Um, so yeah, if you are steppers or skaters, hit me up or hit Les and let's get this thing going. Because
Yeah,
I really would like to release this project before I turn 70.
girl, you ain't even close. See,
But as long as we waiting on you,
you got jokes. You got jokes. In fact, the group that I just had on just a minute ago, the dancers that had the event this weekend, had asked them to be a part of it also. Have some praise
okay,
dance.
I hope
So
they can.
yeah, I believe they will. That's a part of that. So, I asked her about it, and she said, "Yep, we will." So,
Awesome.
that's about it, Miss English. For all you basketball fans out there that go way back, she's cousins to Alex English.
The
Uh,
Denver Nuggets.
the Denver Nuggets way back in the day. That's
Yeah,
before.
that's my cousin. We're not that far removed either. I want to say we're second cousins. Yeah, second
Okay,
or third. Not far removed.
okay. There's just gifts and talents in the entire family. That's awesome. But I just want to really thank you for coming on, and I'm going to have you on again, especially when
Okay.
your CD is released. And if you how are you going to look for a gospel artist? What is going to be your criteria? Do you know yet, or you that's still in the works?
I want to be able, okay, I got to see them on stage. I got to be in their presence. I got to see what it feels like to
Okay,
listen to. A lot of people, they'll send me like a track or something like that, but it's not the same thing as being in their presence.
that's
So
true.
yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Can you move a crowd? Because you go back to Albertina Walker. She
Yeah,
would she used to tell the story of how, because James Cleveland was with the Caravans, before he went out on his
right,
own. And she tried to get the label to sign him and they wouldn't. They were like, man, he can't sing. He can barely talk. He talked with a list. We don't want to sign him. And Albertina, because she had the Caravans and they were like up there, if not number one, up there close to number one of the
right,
top performing gospel groups back in
right.
the day. And so she told the label, if y'all don't sign him, then y'all not signing me. And,
Wow,
and they were not about to lose the Caravans. And so they signed James Cleveland because she
wow,
told them, she was like, listen, I know what he can do to a crowd. I see what happens when
wow.
he's ministering. I see it. Y'all
Right.
need to do this. And so if she hadn't stood up for him, we would have been missing out on so much music
Wow.
that James Cleveland is responsible for. Like Peace Be Still, Lord Help Me to Hold Out, I Don't Feel No Ways Tired, just all of this stuff. And then the GMWA as well. So,
Wow.
and a lot of other artists that he put out. We wouldn't have known. But it's all because Albertina stood for him. And so I want to be like Albertina. I want to be able to be in someone's presence, see them move a crowd, and that's the person that I want to help.
That's awesome. That's some good history right there. Because James
Yeah,
Cleveland is legendary.
he's
He's
the king
definitely
of gospel.
yes, he is. Yes, he is. Tell me
Yeah.
some of the artists that you work with that we may know,
Oh my goodness, really?
or or sang with, either or.
Okay, well, Dorothy Norwood, definitely.
Right.
She just took me under her wing, and I call her my Aunt Dot. So there's Dorothy Norwood, there's Shirley Caesar. You know about Lemmy Battles. Oh
Yeah.
man, down through the years, Donald Lawrence and Tri City,
Ooh. Okay.
um, John P. Key, New Life. I've just been blessed. Even on the court, those quartet lovers. A lot of the quartet artists, the
Okay.
Sensational Nightingales, the Canton Spirituals, the recently departed Keith Wonderboy Johnson. Man, I can't believe Keith is gone. We used to be at each other back and forth, just talking smack. So yeah, but it's been a lot. Even the late Margaret Allison and the angelic gospel singers.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a lot. I can't even the Williams brothers. It's a, no,
Wow.
of course, I'm a Tommy's girl, so whenever I can get close to the Tommies, I'm there.
Yeah.
Trying to
Yeah.
do something with Tyrone Block and LSD right now. He's supposed to be recording one of a song that I wrote, as well as this group out of Detroit, the Detroit Gospel Journey Choir. There's a
Yeah.
song I wrote. They're trying to get Karen Clark sheared on lead for that. So
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
it's a
Yeah.
lot.
It's a lot. That's a blessing though.
It
It's
is.
funny that I don't think you were a part of it, but in my 20s or early 20s, I was part of Tyrone Block and Darius had a
Youth.
choir. Yeah, youth choir off the spring of the Tommies called the choir. The
Wow.
choir, and it was that's the first time Jesse Campbell
Hmm.
was introduced, and was the first time I had an opportunity to sing at Orchestra Hall, just because I was a part of that. So
Wow.
gospel has great roots,
It
great
does.
roots. That's where we got started at.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate you coming on tonight.
Thank
Um,
you. Anytime.
and don't say anytime as busy as you is. I was
I
blessed
will
to catch
try to
you
make
tonight.
time anytime.
The gospel diva. Oh, you also have a radio show. You want to tell people about your radio show?
Oh yeah, the old landmark gospel radio show. If you miss like that churchy sound that used to be able to turn on the radio and you'd hear choir in there, tambourines blazing, the organ on fire, that's what I play. I play what you really don't hear too much of today.
It's true.
It's syndicated. There's not a set schedule overall because it's on different stations. We're over 30 stations, including the UK and 3 stations in Belize. So a lot of it is satellite radio. If you go to the Facebook page, Old Landmark Gospel Hour Facebook page, there should be a schedule. I really need to update it because there are some stations have changed their days and time, and
Okay.
other stations have been added since
Okay.
then. So,
Okay.
but the majority of it is correct. And yeah, you're gonna have church.
Okay.
You're gonna put on your shouting shoes. You're gonna try to grab a tambourine or a washboard or something.
No, you didn't say washboard.
Washboard, honey, like Charles Hayes and Cosmopolitan. Yes, I do a lot of Chicago music on there. I mean, a lot. And I know my listeners are like, oh, she always talking about Chicago. I mean, because if you're looking for straight up real gospel churchy stuff, that's where to go.
Yeah.
You got James Cleveland from there and Albertina Walker, and then you got the Tommies, Charles
Yeah.
Hayes and the Warriors. You know, you got Clay Evans, Fellowship, Maceo Wood. I mean, what can I say? And they
Yeah.
still coming, like Dexter Walking, they still coming. And let's not
Yeah.
forget Ricky Dillard. So
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of Chicago music on the old
Yeah.
landmark gospel.
It really is. It really, really is.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Miss English, thank you so much again for coming on. We will have
Thank you
you
for
on
having me.
in the future. And you definitely give me a note. Give me just
What?
one note. Just give
You
me
just
one
told your daughter that you wasn't singing. Now you want me to sing? Ain't that
I'm,
something?
I'm just messing with you. I'm just
Yeah.
messing with you. You don't have
Goodbye.
to. Oh, there we go.
Farewell until we meet up again.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
All right, sis. We'll be
Talk
talking
to
to
you
you
later.
later.
God
Blessings.
bless.
That was a great interview with Shonda English, um, out of South Carolina area, actually from Boston, but she's always in the Chicagoland area. And again, it was just a great opportunity to meet her, and then do a photo shoot for her at the gospel event last year with a bunch of gospel artists. Me having a chance to meet Dorothy Norwood, and she's the one that wrote "Shake the Devil Off." Shake the devil off. And I don't know how old Sister Dorothy is, but I know she's got to be late 70s, maybe pushing 80. And she had the most, I've never seen that woman. The guy has so much energy. Oh my goodness. It just, I was taking pictures of her while she was singing, but I was just like, oh my goodness. It's a lot of young folks ain't got that much energy. You know, many battles, of course. I mean, it was an awesome event for me to see. So that's it for tonight, y'all. I just want to thank y'all for coming on. Once again, share this repeat with somebody out there that wants to listen. We're going to try to be more consistent and be on next week. We got some more artists coming on next week talking about the events and the things that are coming on. I want to give a shout out to Nia Jones, who's going to be with us, and some book authors are going to be on with us. We've got a plethora of things coming up here on A Street Called Worship. So once again, thank you for joining us. Everybody have a blessed night. Be talking to you soon.